Hello YouTubers, Troz here, back with more Factorio Megabase. Uh, did a little work between episodes, but not really in this world. If you remember the end of the last episode, we were building this wall, and I noticed that this kept enabling and disabling the station here, and like the train would come almost all the way over, and the station would disable, and it would turn around and go back. Well, I found a little error in my wiring. I fixed that up. Basically, in these wall sections here, this green wire was missing. So this section basically thought it was always under attack. So yeah, that caused issues. And then like when the robots would be moved in and out of the roboports, the counts would go up and down, and that would cause the station to think, oh, we need some more robots, and would request a train, but then turn off again once all the robots stop moving. So I have a new version of my smart wall book, the V4. It should, yes. And we're over here at this wall section. I've fixed up this wall section already, and we're just gonna make a few fixes here. The cannon sections were good. It was just the sections with, the normal wall sections that had an issue. I'm probably gonna need a few more green wires. Let's make them up. We just need to connect from this to the combinator here for every. Okay, this is radar sections. Those were good. Just the normal sections had the wiring missed. And oh, I also put in a through over here. Last time I did design a through, and I actually now have it in the book. There's one over here, so just in case we need to run a train this way, we have a way to get through. This one should be good. There's the wire. Radar, this one should be good. Also, oh, this is a cannon station, that's why it's got the radar. The corner was good as well. The whole corner is just one, just because if any attack comes, we want to enable everything, because the corner's the weakest. And then this was a regular section. It was missing. And that should fix up this wall. So, the plan this episode, at least initially, is clear this area out, all these, make a wall of some description here-ish, and that should be it. Well, mostly it. Maybe a wall here. I was going to say that should be it for the southern, but that, I mean, this is kind of the southern section as well. And yeah, then I'm not sure where we'll go from here. I like to kind of scout this area, see if we can make a wall here. But yeah, that the only open spot would be here, which I'm not really sure what to do with. Oh, look at that. Taking care of any biters trying to. Our worker robot speed is almost done. And then once we have all the walls in, I'm going to go back to the artillery range, and we can take care of more biter bases. But basically, I have one more big factory I want to build, and then it's just expanding, making more mines, and making more science outposts, or science factories. This one does 250 science a minute. We need 4 of them to get to 1,000 science a minute. So, I will see you in a bit. Okay, that took a bit of time, but the wall supply train is just arriving. And yeah, we should be building the west or southwest wall now. Uh, Here's our original base. We'll be walling in this, and then once this is all walled in, we'll just have a small area down here to wall in, and right here, I should say. But it's basically two small areas, and we'll have the whole southern area cleared out. I just have to check on that. And this island is an island, so the uh, biters there can't get off. And we'll have a bunch of extra oil fields we can make use of. How's this wall going so far? Oh, it looks like we already have one train load. And yeah, we probably need a lot more construction bots, but the train only has 100. Yeah, basically the train's really only meant for resupply, not for initial construction. I mean, it obviously can do initial construction, it just doesn't really have the bots. But after a few trips, we should have enough. Which reminds me, I should turn off my bots, and I should increase the requests here, double it to 400 bots and 400 repair packs. Only because it takes the bots, or the train, quite a while to get here from all over there. But it looks like the train is on its way back. With the distance it travels to get here, there should be a full load waiting for it by the time it gets back. So it just needs to load up and then come back. And yeah, we got enough oil. We're probably, well, I was gonna say we're probably semi-defensible at this point, but the wall isn't completely built yet, so it's not like I'm gonna call in a cannon train, and that's not really enough oil to worry about when we have like 3 patches that are all almost double that. We have the train back here. And we should now have 200 bots, or very close. Not quite sure why we don't have a full 200. I'm gonna dump off 50 of my own here. And of course they're all, or I won't say all, but a lot are trying to recharge. There's only enough roboports for coverage. Not really enough to support this level of activity, and as long as those biters over there don't get attracted, we'll be pretty good. We got a little peninsula here that the wall kind of ends on. That should keep it well protected, because if the bots are going to come and turn, they're going to get all covered in flammables, let's say. So that end should be decently protected, especially with a set of laser charts that are going to be always on the opposite shore. have power down here. Ooh. I'm not sure how that happened, but with the way the wires got hooked up here, this is not directly hooked to that, which it should be. But that will help and power that roboport so construction will continue this way. Let me turn my personal roboport back on so we can get rid of the cliff. It's one of the few things... No, I'm stuck on this side of the wall. One of the few things that is not brought by the supply train, as well as the train stops and signals. But basically everything else is. If I turn on roboport coverage, yeah. Making the way around. Apparently, no attacks here. At least not yet, and the wall is basically built. This is our longest wall section. I wouldn't want to go any longer in just one section. I do have a blueprint that will split the roboport coverage, so you can put a supply on either side if you have a longer section, just so the bots, you know, with repair packs don't have to fly too far. I mean, that's about the furthest you want. You know, I've been trying to put these supply stations in the center, just for that reason. Alright, I'm guessing the train went back for more supplies, yeah. Which is why the building seems to have stopped, because they're probably out of walls. But it looks like we got a few more roboports, so they're filling in lasers and stuff like that. I hope I put the radars often enough. Actually, hoping this last one is a radar one, and that would take care of everything. But let's go double check. And if it's not a radar one, I mean, the radar one literally just has a radar in addition to the standard wall blueprint, so it's not like it. Yeah, it does have a radar. Look at that. My bots are mostly filling in the wall at this point, but no. I was going to say that's okay, but I'm now also out of wall. Or, yeah. I was going to say or just about, but no, I'm out of wall. No, I think the train is back, seeing that we're seeing lots of robots with walls fly past. Oh, I was gonna say we're almost done, but with their 597 entities missing stuff, I guess still a little bit of construction to go. Let's, apparently we're missing some lights. Oh, right here, and that, well, that's that taken care of. Okay, let's let's get the cannon train to come in. You should be. I put you to 50. I'm gonna leave these 48 and 49, which I use to clear out the area. And let's have it skip ahead a bit. And are we done building? Oh, we are done building, so not even skip ahead a bit. We can have it come right over here. And the only thing I have to worry about is I thought I cleared that out. They just may be left on the radar or something until it's rescanned. But we should be clearing out the biters along this side real soon now. In fact, here comes the train now. Yeah, after this is done, we should have no more trouble on this side of the base. Not everything was right, apparently. We, yeah, that's... There we go. Make sure that train can go on to the next station. Oh wow, and yeah, I probably didn't even need the cannon station here, because this basically covers this whole area. I could have just gone straight, I didn't even realize that. It's fine, this works too, and it's already built. As you can see, it said no construction bots, but the wall supply station is not turning on, so that issue is all fixed. Every 90 seconds when an attack is on, we will let some construction bots out to do some repairs, but we try to keep most of them in, just so they don't get damaged by like fire and stuff while an attack is going on. Here goes some. They'll repair, be put back away. Meanwhile, the cannon train has come over here and has just a little more reach. Alright, and I think that is everything over here cleared out. And let's see. Yeah, D is at -400, so that's basically there's 4 sections of the wall that think it's under attack, or recently was. When that hits 0, the bots will be free to repair as needed. You see, in fact, that's... Well, there was the 90-second. We temporarily set that back up, but at this point, yeah, it's now down to -280 or something, so that's about 2 sections of wall. Each section of wall counts as 100, and basically that's the difference in power levels between the accumulators of that section and the reference. Okay, so I'm going to go back to a time lapse, and I will see you in a bit. Hopefully we'll have the rest of this all walled off, at least along the bottom, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, I think we're back. Uh, I've planned out some rails. I got a wall planned for here, one planned for here, and that should have the whole southern area of our base then uh, defended. I mean, we have this here, but there's no way for those guys to get off the island, so that will be a nature preserve, let's say. So let's get this wall built. Hopefully I have enough rails. The one thing we do need is power. And that should call the train over. And this should be built with just like one load. We do have a bit of a cliff here, but I want to let the train supply stuff... You know what? I can take that out. That's no problem. I'm almost out of rails, though. That may be a problem, but I can steal some from here once the train arrives. Actually, there's another cliff over here, and my bots are going to be facing everything. Here's a train. Why don't you have any bots? Probably because I'm out of smart inserters, maybe? Or provider chests, but okay, now there are bots in the system. Let me steal some rails here. So that I know I have enough for the next section of wall. Apparently a lot more cliffs than I realized over here. Why do you say you don't have... Oh, look at that. I misplaced a blueprint. Huh. Let's turn off my bots. Let's mark... all of that for removal. And all of that for removal. And all of that for removal. And smart wall with radar. You know what? I think... Alright, we'll put that back. I think I removed a little bit too much wall. or somehow mess up a blueprint here. Alright, that should be fine. And yeah, everything is placed. Alright, let's go finish the other wall. Well, apparently not everything is placed, but the train needs to come back and reload. Nice big forest here. Should absorb any pollution that makes its way here. In fact, that's... And none does. Look at that. And we got some pollution coming over this wall, but that wall should be defended well. And this is also mostly keeping in our pollution. And hopefully our pollution here isn't too great anymore. That it's going to be more over here. Let's turn our bots back on and have this station built. More smart inserters. Oh, you know what? Those may be for over here. Actually, don't think we need any of those, but what we do need here is power. Now, besides power, we need to fix the rail line. There we go. Why can't you go there? Apparently that's... Ah, yeah, that isn't connected correctly. Look at that. A rail or two short. Alright, that'll keep my train out of the way. You will be 53. The one here will be 54. Add them to the schedule. And hope they get this wall gets built before the train gets here. It really should be, because in fact it's being built right now. there's a bit of cliff here as well, so let's get rid of that. Alright, we just gotta wait a minute or so before this finishes up. Why are you? You should be charging off a solar panel. There you go. Oh, okay. I was like, do we have the same problem? But no, it's just this pipe hasn't been put in yet. Yeah, I must have placed down that one blueprint incorrectly when building that side of the wall. We should have plenty of pipes. Yes, we do. And we should be almost done here. It's like just a few more things to be placed. Looks like we're mostly just waiting for the boss to charge. And in fact, I think we're done here. So let's have this train give us some priority over here. And we'll be just about done with this. I'm not sure how long this episode is at the moment. Again, with doing these big time lapses, not quite sure. We may be coming in a little early. Last time I thought we were way over, but we basically were right on time. I'm expecting maybe one more episode of wall building, where we do the northwest corner of our base, which hasn't been done yet, and then we'll get back to expanding and building some more science factories. Doesn't look like there's too much in the way of biters over here, just one big base there and a smaller base. Although it looks like maybe there's some in the radar area we haven't uncovered yet. How big are they? That's a decent sized copper, but if I turn off this, we do have some other good copper in this area. Ooh, that is quite a big base. And there was copper we surrounded last time that was really good. Here they come. And that went pretty well. We got one guy over here attacking a rock that got in his way. But, yeah, he wasn't that much of a threat. And we'll probably have some others straggling through the forest here, but that's pretty much it. Let's see if I can hop on board. Got quite a large biter base over here. But seems like it will be easily taken care of. Really, is that it for this? Okay. I guess it took the gun's time to turn. I didn't expect there to be nothing else in this circle. Alright. Looks like we're just about done here. So I think that's gonna be an episode. Next time I'm gonna figure out something to do over here. I'm thinking like a wall here, and hopefully there's a water or natural barrier of some sort that we can just build a small wall. Otherwise, that's gonna be a really big wall over there. And then, yeah, something over here. But I'm not sure what that is, or if I'm just going to leave that open as we expand this way. Although I'm thinking a wall with one of our through railways. But at some point, I have a big factory to support outposts that I want to build, and I'm not sure where it will fit, because it's basically bigger than any of the factories we've made so far. I mean, it's probably as long as this one, but wider. It may fit here-ish. Well, if we remove this and ignore these three little oil, it may fit here, but it may not be wide enough. But depending on where we put a wall here, it could fit up here as long as there's not like a lake right here. So I'd like to say thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Wash your hands and stay safe. And see you next time.